Let's go. 845, let's get it. It's 8145 to the New York City. That's what we doing tonight. Oh yeah, we don't sponsor Pepsi. Hold on, mom.
If I had $1 for every that hated, I'd be rich. This for every that told me I wouldn't never be.
Shout out to that No Equal Camp, straight out of Newburgh, New York. Let's go.
Even if I cannot breathe, I be as before to get into it. Game in the noose, I'm tied it loose. Q on the roof, tell them I got the juice. I got the proof, I paint the picture, better look. City like hell and I swear that even the devil shook. From now to an oak man, I'm sticking to the program. I'm from where kids cross streets and mothers don't hold hands. I'm Conan, don't trust any that be my slogan. Riding with my in the front, we listen to slow jam. Said my kids is slimming up, EBT to BET. Still I put my wheels on the road, like I'm the DMV. I got the title, need registration. Extra hating, next question, how I did it, doing preparation. Born broke, can't die the same. I swear I gotta change. My mother cried every day, couldn't wipe the tears away. Christmas was a day away, everything on layaway. Mama ain't have $1, still somehow she made a way. Q and Pooh, they could've played in the league. I told them we still good, I got some on my sleeve. Showed them a couple dollars just to make them believe that we can still ball out, but ain't no 3-man weave. Ain't no defensive slides, ain't no 5-on-5. From a jump into a bird, but still we gon' let it fly. Back to the future, I'm so ahead of my time. Back to the future, I'm so ahead of my time. How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain. Lit on the strip, I'm just trying to make it flip these young. Trying to move things, trying to move things. How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain. Good days, bad days on the trap. I got move swings, got move swings.
Cussing at the age of 3, banging at the age of 6. Cause the streets raised a kid. Mama was a lady G. Ever since the sandbox, kids will not to play with me. Real with me, fake hating me. No, I wasn't blooded or cussed, but they could relate to me. Flooded up the hood with the drugs, kept medicating me. Yeah, I had a dream and I chased it, that segregated me. Duplicators hate, imitated and underrated me. Told lies about us, believe me, it's not a fact. Tap water dirty, our cellular phones is tapped. Freedom in the trap, we flipping without the mask. Cause we young black, poverty stricken, we striking back. I came from the fire, that's one of the foulest strips. No luck though, all hustle, a lot of showers missed. Be for real, ask the ops if I was challenging. Real back in style, I never let you cowards win. Have you coming home, they getting ghosty on a power trip. I can tell you about the streets of jail, I'm in and out of it. Climb to the top, a lot of jealousy and cowards. Tech blow till there's no miles and I'm out of clips.
How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain. Lay on the strip, I'm trying to make a 50 young. Trying to move things, trying to move things. How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain. Good days, bad days on the trap. I got move swings, got move swings. How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain. Lit on the strip, I'm just trying to make a flip these young. Trying to move things, trying to move things. How many flips does it take till you get to the top of the food chain? Top of the food chain.
Let's go.
Good days, bad days on the trap. I guess I got move swings, got move swings.
Shout out to the hottest camp in Newburgh, New York. They are totally taking over. They go by the name of No Equal. Shout out to Flex. Shout out to Uday. You already know it's your girl Moochie. Shout out to 845 Online Radio. Shout out to the hottest online radio station in the Hudson Valley. Straight 845. Reporting live 845. Building our own from the ground up. Shout out to tonight's sponsor. Tonight's show is sponsored by Bell Black Label. Straight out of New York City. Remember to shop for the culture. Now, I seen this man in New York City. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the storyline. I don't even know if he remember the storyline. So I seen him in New York City. Shout out to DJ Shuttle. And this man is a producer. He went up in the DJ booth and he began to drop beats. He dropped beats and you would have thought that he was a DJ the way the club was turning up. Now, after he was done,
I am a DJ.
Oh, you are? Well, we're going to get into that. Don't be correcting me, my show, where I'm going. So, I didn't know he was a DJ. I know they said the producer, he dropped the beat, Then he went into the corner. Shout out to DJ Drewski. Drewski was in the building. I went up. I was like, hi, I think you're so dope, right? He kind of brushed me off, sent me on my way. I said, okay. No problem. Yes, sir. I'm going to tell the story. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to tell you to your face, Maestro. I ain't going to talk about you behind your back.
Talk about it.
He brushed me off, sent me on my way. I said, okay. Thought he was dope. Months later, I ran across him again. at a Synergy event. Shout out to Drawzilla. And this time I went up to him, said the same thing, and he was a little bit more receptive. We got the chit chat and things like that, and I got him on my show. But this man right here is a legend. He's a pioneer. When you say work and you're grinding and work ethics, that is an understatement when it comes to this man. They say he's the magician. He is the maestro, the king, the god, all those big words when it comes to this producing thing. Now, he also says he's a DJ and all this other stuff, which he didn't even let me get to the interview yet because I know him as a producer, so I was trying to get the producer intro. But my special guest today goes by the name of Maestro, and that's Mystro. The maestro of music, the music of Maestro. Special guest, tell the people a little bit about who you are and where you're from.
Music maestro from the Bronx. Music maestro from the Bronx. Currently up somewhere in the 845 right now.
Oh, so you just came up here with us for a little bit?
No, I got a little house up here.
Somewhere up here?
Somewhere up here.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Somewhere up in Orange County.
In Orange County. Yeah. Okay, you kind of close.
Yeah.
All right, well, shout out to you. First of all, welcome to the Hudson Valley, Orange County. You're from New York, so is it like a big difference from New York versus here?
Yeah.
Give us
no alternate side of the streets. Street cleaning.
Right.
I got a parking lot. I got a parking garage.
You ain't got to pay for it.
I ain't got to worry about sirens.
Right.
And I got my sanity. I got quiet. The only thing is the neighbors go crazy when I'm in producer mode and I'm playing my music loud. So, I just have to be respectful and cut it down like 8, 9 o'clock.
That's it.
That's about it.
But to keep your sanity, it's worth it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Facts. Shout out to you, Music Maestro. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I said I know you as a producer.
Right.
But you wear many, many hats.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those hats. What kind of other hats do you wear?
Fitted hat.
He ready for me. He ready for me, and I'm ready for him.
Alright. Well, for those that don't know really how I started off as a rapper.
Really?
Years ago, I started off as a rapper.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But, some things happened. I was in a 3-man group, and the dude that was doing our beats at the time, he became a jerk.
Uh-huh.
And, it just kind of forced me to pick up the slack and learn how to make beats for my group. I got so much into it that I just got... It's like after you sit so long with a beat, you don't want to write to it no more.
You just want to make it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to write because I got tired of it, and that just became the process. The only time I would appear on a song is if somebody else would do it. Then the other 2 members, they really wasn't as hungry and they didn't see what I saw.
Right.
And I just kept going. The other 2, they kids are my guy kids, so.
Oh, okay.
We still very, very close. But
you just that area is over.
Yeah, nah. I mean, what really did it was when I sold my first beat, I got my first placement, and I'm like, what? You could get this for this little? Can I curse before I start going off? Okay, thank you.
I mean, hell if you have to slip out, but don't be come with the big words.
I'm good for big words. That's why I had to ask first.
No, we try to keep it.
Yeah, but, I saw the check, and I'm like, yo, I could get this much for doing this? Okay. And it was a lot of money. So, you got to think about it. I was like about 17, 18 when I got my first placement. And, back in 98, 99, 5,000, 7,500 for somebody that's just graduating high school, that's a lot of money.
Yes, God.
So, after that, I said, the hell with rapping.
Right.
Let me practice, master my craft. And that's it.
I guess I have to ask you, because I guess people say if you could be a rapper, you could be a producer.
That's a lie.
Well, talk about it, because what we gonna do today, Maestro, we gonna correct a lot of lies in the music industry that people do.
It's a lot of lies and a lot of misconceptions, and you know what? I'm just gonna kick my point of view.
Right.
And if you don't like my point of view, you could drop it in the comments. Y'all watching, y'all could drop it. And when I get home or when I get a chance, I will answer everything you disagree with what I said.
All right. So he's challenging y'all. So again, people always say, if you're a rapper, you could be a producer, and you're saying that's not true. Why?
To a certain extent, you could. You could, but you gotta master. You want to master one craft, like you want to master one thing and master and conquer it, like, you know.
Right.
And that's just how I feel. Like, there's so many people that try to do everything, and as you're doing everything, you're lacking in each one because you didn't take the time to master that one thing.
And I guess that's another thing, music maestro, because you see a lot of people. There are artists, they're a DJ, all in one. They're A&R, they're artist development.
A lot of people don't even know what A&R mean. How you going A&R when you don't even know what A&R mean? They don't even know the job of an A&R.
That's true.
Matter of fact, today, A&Rs is really irrelevant because the producers are really the A&Rs. We the ones that's getting the albums together, making sure everything is ready to go, putting a project together. Let's keep it a buck. The producers is the A&Rs. I've been saying that from day one.
That's a fact. Now, producers are also the DJs. I've heard that.
Those who have the talent, those who have the skill, because not every DJ or producer, vice versa, like not every DJ is a producer, not every producer is a DJ.
Okay.
I was blessed to be able to do both. You know, I used to DJ parties in high school. I still DJ now to this day. You know, but not every DJ is a producer, because to know how to move a crowd, DJ wise, that's a whole nother monster. Like,
yes,
that's another monster, just to know what to play song after song and not lose the crowd. Like, I've rocked Madison Square Garden before. I used to DJ for Nori. I DJ'd for Red Cafe, Mr. Cheeks. I DJ'd for a lot of people, and I had a little funny story. I got booed one time, and I laughed as I got booed because it's like, I deserved that.
Right.
Because I forgot who was the headline artist. Joe Budden in Slaughterhouse. And I go play Nicki Minaj. So it's like, you got to know your crowd.
You know your temperature.
You got to know who you playing for. Best believe I redeemed myself right after. I just laughed like, yeah, that's my fault. I deserve that. You know.
So you think that's a lot of times? So you see all these upcoming. Let's do it DJs for a minute. You see all these upcoming DJs. Let's talk about the 2018 upcoming DJs and all these newer DJs. What is the problem that you're seeing with these newer DJs that they don't have that the older DJs had?
Showmanship. Showmanship. Knowing how to blend, scratch, like the fundamentals.
Right.
A lot of fundamentals. A lot of new DJs. It's just crashing. A lot of them don't know how to blend, you know. I mean, scratching is not necessary. But as long as you could blend them songs, like blend it at the same BPM and keep it smooth.
Right.
Keep it smooth and make sure everything flows into each other, no problem. But, you know, there's a lot of help nowadays because I come from the era of Technic 1200s, actual vinyl and turntables. Like, I still got some of my vinyl home. You learn the fundamentals on there. It's a lot easier for DJs now where they have controllers. You know, they could just hit the sync button, and everything fall in place for them. You
and
know,
some of them still have a problem. Even everything's in place for them.
That's tragic.
That is.
That's tragic.
But it's real life. And now as producers, you being and that's like what people just master. They know you as the producing. What do you see with these newer producers that they're lacking that you producers have?
Originality. Because back in the day, the era I come up in, if I was the dare, let me just put it like this, let me just throw a name out there. If I was the dare sound like Timberland, blatantly sound like Timberland, do it on purpose, I got dissed or punched in the face and you had to eat that. It was nothing you can do. Like back then, hip-hop was built on originality and identity. Like everybody had their own identity. That's what you wanted. Now is like everything sounds exactly alike. Like I listen to Hot 97, it's like I'm hearing the same song all day.
Right.
That's whack.
Now, what does people need to know about like producing? Like, what's the hardest thing about producing?
The hardest thing about producing. Which aspect?
Just period. You know, you're a producer.
Cause,
you do this day-to-day life. Like, what do you find is the hardest thing about being a producer? Is it the artist? Is it actually putting it together? Is it the thinking process?
The thinking process.
Okay.
The thinking process, because you don't want to sound like your last record.
Right.
Well, I'm speaking from my point of view. Like, I always want to do something different. Like, I may have a technique and a style that's known, but if I'm in the studio and I'm working and I'm hearing that I'm sounding like the last thing I done did, scrap, nah, that sound like this.
Right.
You know, you just always want to stay fresh. You never want to duplicate yourself.
But how do you do that as a producer? Because that's isn't that a little bit harder than just going in the booth and like writers, artists, they can go see something, be inspired, and write something. Producers, how do you that sound and noise and how's that? How do you guys do this?
I tell you no lie. You know how many times I've dreamed beats?
Really?
I've dreamed beats, woke up, and remember what I heard in my dream and made it. And it came out exactly the same way I dreamed it.
That's because you stick and you decide to master this craft.
I don't know what that is.
He said he ain't going to sit here and lie. But it sounded good when I said, right?
It sounded good, but no, that's just like, you can sit there daydreaming. Like, my mind is always running. Like, I kick beats in my mind, melodies. Like, I'll be in my car driving and I'll hum a melody. Oh, that's dope. Hum it.
Right.
I hum it in my phone, save it when I get home. I try to play it, put whatever instrument I hear with it.
Right.
You know, I make more incomplete beats than I make finished beats.
Oh. So how long does it take you to finish a beat?
It all depends on how I feel about that one beat.
Oh.
It all depends on how I feel.
So what's the longest it took you to make a beat?
2 years.
And what's the shortest that it took you to make a beat?
2 minutes.
So it really depends on how you feel.
It really depends on how you feel.
Now, coming around to being a producer, it's great you make beats and stuff like that, but then you got to do something with these beats and you got to deal with these artists.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, let's start this. Investment. Do artists really come and they pay for you? And I'm not talking about some main art. Let's talk about the underground locals right now. Let's start with them. Do they really come? When they come to you and they say, I need some beats, Maestro. I heard your beats is fire. Do they come with the funds?
Nope.
And so do you give them beats?
Nope.
You don't negotiate beats?
I try. It's like this, man. Your first line of defense is the producer.
Right.
That's your first line of defense no matter what. You cannot put out an a cappella album that's unheard of.
That's true.
But these artists, they're so quick to pay money to the DJ to play the song in the club. They quick to pay a director to shoot a video for the song. They want to pay publicists to promote the song. You know, they want to pay everybody else. But nobody want to pay the person that you got to pay to get on first base.
No, they go to YouTube.
I blame them too. The YouTube producers, to a certain extent, because it's like, I get it, you want to be out there, but have pride in yourself. Like, know your worth.
Right.
Like, all that selling 3-4 beats for $20, come on, dog, you killing the game. You selling yourself short. Because
in real life, and I say real life because you really are an industry producer as well as a local producer.
Unfortunately, yes.
In the industry, they charge real money for beats.
Yes.
Not just give us a roundabout figure of what artists could be looking forward to for real beats in the industry, because all of them want to get to the industry.
Well, at that point, you got a budget from your label.
Okay.
So let's just say you signed a deal for $1 million.
Okay.
Out of that $1 million, probably, I'm just throwing a number out there, 100,000. No, that's a little bit. No, 200,000.
Okay.
Probably goes into your production budget. So now you get what you can get for 200,000.
And that's not a lot in the industry.
Depends on who you go after.
And is it quality over quantity in the industry, or is it quantity over quality?
Quality.
Quality.
I would think it's quality. I always want quality.
That's a fact.
You know, but sometimes the quality just be overpriced.
That's true.
You know, so gotta get it how you get it.
Locally, you see there's producers everywhere.
Right.
Yet there's so many artists that don't have original music right here. So what do you think the disconnect is at?
Can you repeat that question again?
I got you.
Yeah.
There's producers coming out now everywhere.
Right.
And there's local artists everywhere. Yet a lot of these local artists don't have original music, original beats. What do you think the disconnect is at?
Sometimes the artists just don't know who to approach.
Okay.
They don't know how to approach. I say presentation is everything.
Okay.
My biggest pet peeve is like, you know, I get a lot of artists who follow me on social media, but when they come in my inbox like, yo, send me some beats, or I need beats, or what up, let's work. No, that's not how you do it, fam.
Right.
Like I don't know you. Like, why am I gonna work with you?
What's your name, first of all?
Right. You know,
right.
Yo, Maestro, it'd be a good look if you work with me. How is it going to be a good look for me working with you? I'm the name. Like I don't say that to them.
Right.
I don't. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, how is that a good look for me?
Cause you do this.
Sometimes.
Are we gonna drop what you do, because I said you're mainstream. So you have had production placement with mainstream artists.
Yes.
Let's give them the rundown a little bit of who you worked with. I know you worked with Dipset.
Yes. That was pretty much how I came in the game. Dipset.
Was through Dipset.
Yeah,
Mary J.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
No.
Swiss Beats.
Okay. We're part of the same family. You know, I've been in the studio with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
Jay-Z.
I've worked on one of his projects. I wasn't credited as a producer, but as a session musician. So, okay, yes.
Who else?
LL Cool J, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, The Clips, Waka Flocka's wife.
Tammy?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Her new album.
Yeah.
Did you produce the whole entire album?
No.
How many songs you got out there?
One.
Just one?
Yeah. Actually, my new artist, well, she's not actually my artist, but I work very close with her, and we're under the same management. So that's why I say she's my artist. You know, we under the same umbrella. We have the same management, and she's actually on the new season of The Four with Puffy and DJ Khaled, Ali Caldwell, the girl with the red hair.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all over her new album. I did her single on her last album. Her new album, I got like 4 or 5 joints on there.
How do you feel, Maestro, in just working, when you be in the studio with these people working?
When I worked with LL, that was an experience, because first and foremost, I'm a LL Cool J fan. So sometimes you have to separate
That's what I was about to ask you.
being a fan and being what you got hired to do. Now, I've been in the studio with a lot of people that I grew up listening to it. It's just like, it's easy, it's great to say now I have relationships with these people.
Right.
You know, but I let them know, like, yo, I grew up listening to your stuff. Like, you know, like, I always go back. Now I have to switch to go from fan, work mode.
Right.
Fan mode, work mode.
But you didn't come out like no groupie, like,
No. LL did something real dope that helped me. He told me, I pay you to produce the record. You hear me mess up? Don't be afraid to stop the button. Tell me I messed up. And during that session, he was purposely messing up.
just to see
Yeah.
what you would do.
Mm-hmm.
And did you do it?
Yeah.
Because you forget what he paid you for. You're a real producer, so you wanted it to be right anyway on your own.
Yeah, but you know, when you get people like that, like, yo, I'm new. Who am I to tell you?
Right.
You know, but
And when you did, how far were you as a producer then?
I'm trying to remember what year that album came out. Probably approaching 10 years.
How long you been a producer?
20 years.
20 plus
Matter of fact,
years.
longer than that. But like professionally, since I got in the industry officially, 98, 99. So yeah, about 20 years. But before that, you know, I was dibbling, dabbling. You know, I was a producer before I even knew I was a producer.
Right.
You know, DJ Scratch, I remember I was telling him a story of, like, when I was rapping, I always need to sign a rap over. So I would go to CD 101.9 radio station, and I would listen to the old classic jazz records, and whatever I heard, this is when you got the double tape deck, I would dub what I heard, and I would just loop it over and over and over and over again. And that's how I had my beats to rap on. But I found out that's what the producers was doing back in the day.
Anyway.
I didn't know that.
So you was producing
But
anyway.
I was producing, and I didn't know until I told him that story. He was like, yeah, that's pause tapes. That's how we used to all do that.
20 years.
Yeah.
In the game.
Well,
20 plus years in the game.
Like, I was in clubs performing when I was like 13, 14 on school nights.
You didn't get no beating?
No, my mom's was with it.
Oh, because you was doing the right thing like Spike Lee.
My mom's was with it. You know, she gave me some flack about it, but, you know, the people that was behind us, you know, they made sure they checked in with my mom, telling, yo, we'll have him home by this and this time. And, you know, so it went good. 20 plus years cool.
In the industry. So I guess we're here in 2018. You done seen it all, done it all. What are some of the things right now, Maestro, in the hip-hop or in the music industry that you are not feeling?
I just want to say, like, I've been in the industry for 20 years. I am not 40 years old, all right? I'm still young. I just started very early.
You wanted to put that out there?
I had to, because, you know, some people...
Because I keep saying 20 plus years.
Yeah, you know, but I started real young. Like, listen, all these music tattoos on me, I've been playing the piano since I was 5 years old. Like, I come from a musical family. My great-grandfather, God bless his soul, he used to play in jazz bands with Thelonious Monk.
Really?
Yeah. And that's a musical legend, Thelonious Monk. My grandfather, I remember being 5 years old watching him. Okay, let me put it like this. My great-grandfather, God bless his soul, he had 3 kids, right? And with my grandmother, they had 3 kids. All 3 of them kids, one kid, grandpa, my grandfather,
right?
My Uncle Sonny, and my Aunt my Aunt Dolly. Aunt Dolly was classically trained on the piano. My grandfather, he was in doo-wop bands. He knows how to play the piano, the drums. My Uncle Sonny, he's a beast on the guitar and the bongos. So growing up as a little kid, not really knowing what was going on, but I remember seeing them watching like classical piano tapes, and I'm just young, just looking, not knowing what I'm looking at. But now that I'm older and I still have the memories, I'm like, wow, I really come from a musical family. Holy shit.
And it's been embedded in you, so you came out the womb to be something musically talented, musically great.
Yeah, and you know, Grandpa, he gave me piano lessons early. And if you really go on my Facebook and you be nosy, if I let y'all be friends,
right? if you let them,
yeah. Because no, I'm gonna get back to that. Like, if I let you be friends, because now I feel like, yo, I did wrong, because now I just got a whole bunch of everything on one page, and I should have separated the two, which I didn't. But you know, I've been on Facebook since Facebook was just
Facebook. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now I just got like over 200 pending requests.
I do too.
And I'm very selective, but what was I talking about?
We gonna talk.
Oh yeah, if you go in the pictures, you'll see me as a little kid with my grandfather playing the piano. Like, you'll see me in church playing the piano. Some pictures on the drums, you know. And
so you play the piano, you play the drums.
Play the drums and the piano.
Just those 2 instruments?
And the turntable.
And the turntable. Is there another instrument?
I'm learning the bass.
Bass. Okay, I was about to say, is there any other instrument you're trying to learn?
That's what I want to learn. I want to learn the bass because the bass line. I love bass. I love live bass.
Live bass.
And with the music today, it's like the 808s is replacing the bass. I'm tired of 808s.
That's what I was about to ask you. It's 2018 now. You're hearing the new music. You're seeing all this new stuff going on in the industry. Being in the industry so long, what are some of the things that you don't like that you see? That you just want to just get rid of it or tell people why y'all doing that?
Everything sounds the same.
It do, don't it?
Everything sounds the same.
Everybody look the same.
Everybody look the same. Everybody's lying the same. Everything's the same. I mean, like, don't get it twisted. There was a lot of rappers lying back then too.
Right.
But it's like now, it's like, it's the junkie era now. Like, it's cool to be a junkie now. What happened to the self-destructions of the UNITY?
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, I don't want to be looked at as the old guy. But that's the reality. Like, there's really no positivity in a lot of the music today. Like, I like Kendrick because Kendrick, he ride the lines.
Right.
He ride the lines. You know, he got his ignorant moments. And he got his positive moments.
Right.
You know, it's like Kendrick, he caters to both.
Right.
He caters to the old heads, he caters to the young heads. Like
he understands balance.
Right, he balanced it. So, you know, that's one of my favorites right now. But there's a lot of things in music I like, but there's a lot of things in music I hate.
Talk about it.
I hate the auto-tune. Everything auto-tune.
Because we don't even know who can sing nowadays.
A lot of them can't.
So, like, Maestro, when they come to you and you think and you hear them and they're singing, and then, you know, the auto-tune makes them sound so good and they come in your studio and then you really hear them, does that disappoint you?
Yes.
Every time, right?
Yeah.
What about the artists that you think they are so, you know, they're creative and they come in your studio and they just everything that they're not? How often do you see this?
Not too often because I'm very selective of who I work with.
So what does it take to work with you? I
gotta like your stuff.
Period.
Yeah.
So you do homework on artists before you work with them?
Mm-hmm. I think every producer should study the artist before they actually work with them.
Right.
You know, or what I like to do sometimes when I don't know an artist and they pay me, that's kind of like the hard part right there. It's like, okay, I have to work with you one-on-one in the studio.
That's right.
We're gonna build this from scratch. I'm gonna go and you're gonna tell me what you want, and I'm gonna build off of what you're telling me. That way, I ain't gotta sit down here and play my million beats that I got, because I could play a million beats that's hot, and not one of them beats fit what you do.
Right.
So let's just build from scratch.
Now, let's say out of the artists you deal with, out of a week, let's throw a number, 10 artists this week. How many of those artists would you estimate would actually have to do the building versus you just giving them the beat and them just getting creative and doing it?
Artists that I work with?
Yeah.
If I work with them already and I know them, I know, okay, this for Ali. This is for Day 26. This for Dave. This, like, when you work with somebody and you have a working relationship and you know they sound, that's when it becomes easier. You already know what they like. So, okay, let me see. You want this? You want that? All right, cool. This could be for you.
So do you work with artists for a relationship, or do you work with them just to work with them? Like, 'cause I know some artists that get beats from, like, every producer. But then I know artists that actually sit with the producer and allow the producer to develop and mold them and create that sound.
That's the best way.
So talk to us about the difference. Because I really know artists that get beats from everybody and they don't have one producer they work with.
It's cool to work with. You can get beats from everybody.
Right.
But if you're going to get beats from everybody, be in the studio with everybody and let them produce you.
Right.
One-on-one, because that producer-artist relationship makes the song better. Like, if I'm in the studio, let's just say me and Allie is in the studio and I hear something while she's recording and she makes a riff, then I'm like, oh, bro, that's crazy. Yo, I could play this behind what she's doing to take the record there.
Right.
You know, a lot of these, is a lot of microwave relationships. Mm-hmm. A lot of email relationships where they just send beats and that's it. Whereas, like, I'll hear something, I'll send something off to an artist and they'll send it back to me. And I hear it, I'm like, okay, well, let me elevate this record.
Right.
You know, and then I'll go back and I'll do what I do.
Right.
You know, but a lot of them is just one-shot deal. They go in the studio, they get a beat, they go do what they do, and that's that. They put it out. They don't even send it back to the producer to let the producer hear. And
fix the little nits and crannies that they have.
Right.
Shout out to Aaron Boogie. She said, yes, it's so important to vibe.
Yeah. Like, I've sat in a studio with artists that was paying for beats, and we sat in the studio for 2 days before we actually worked. And all we did was just sit down, listen to music that they like, listen to things that, like, I'm just listening.
Right.
That's homework. That's part of production. You study your artists. Like, if I'm going to work with, let's just say, I'm going to do a track with A Boogie, I'm going to listen to a couple of A Boogie records to see, okay, what he does, what's his lane.
Right.
Know? I'm going to study the artist.
Right.
A lot of producers don't study their artists before they go work with them, and then, you know, they jump in the shallow water and fall on their face.
And you think that's the reason why a lot of this is happening now?
50-50.
50-50?
50-50.
Now, what about the artist relationship with the producer? What you got to say about for the artist?
The artist with the shit, that... Excuse my language.
He felt that one.
That's where a lot of the good music come from. The artist with the artist-producer relationship.
So,
because they're in there together, working together. Like when I'm working on the beat with an artist, when I'm working directly with an artist, I'm asking the artist, like, yo, you like that? You like what you think? What you hear? What you want? I'm coming to your world.
Right.
You came to me for what I do, and I'm trying to get into your world. Like, we trying to mix our worlds together.
Right.
So, you know, it's like a song, 100%. So 50% pie split down the middle. Split down the middle is between me. Okay, let me put it like this. I own 50% of the record as the producer, the writer of the music.
Right.
And if that artist is a writer, then that artist owns the other half.
Right.
So it's a collaborative effort.
So we all got to work together.
So let's just make it hit.
And not play.
Right.
Now, when the people come into the studio with Music Maestro, what is your expectation when they get into that studio and those doors close?
Don't disappoint me. I'm very funny. I'm very funny.
And sarcastic.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm going to add that.
Sometimes.
I'm going to put that on your resume.
Okay.
For your next interview, add that.
I tell the artist, like, nah, that ain't it.
No.
But, you know, sometimes I've been fought and I've been vetoed where everybody in the studio like the record and I don't.
Did the record go forward?
It has.
Without you liking it?
Yeah. A couple of Dipset records that happened to.
Listen, when you send the songs out, and when you send the songs out and you see that they blossom, what do you say about that?
Yeah, I got it.
But
still don't like it.
Now, when you throw the song out and it fails, what do you say?
Told you.
And then you bring them back in?
No.
What
you mean bring them back in?
You'll bring them back in and do another one, or you'll try to clean up.
I mean, like, yo, you know what? If the song failed, like, maybe it was just that one song. Like, you just don't shoot that person down. It's like,
right.
Okay, you know what? We missed on that one. Let's try again. At the end of the day, I really work off of relationships. Like, yo, if we are very cool, like, I have a relationship with you where, like, I consider you family. damn the industry.
Right. Right.
You know, like I always say, I would rather work with somebody that's mediocre, but they take good direction and they listen and they're willing to be better versus somebody that know they got it and they're nice, but you can't tell them nothing.
That's true. I see a lot of unworkable people like that.
Right.
Shout out to Drozilla. He said, "Hey Moochie, tell Maestro stop playing. I need a track for my EP."
I produced on a couple of Drozilla projects before. That's my bro. Matter of fact, Drozilla, he got me a placement on Smith & Wesson album a couple of years ago. I actually thought the beat was for him.
Right.
And it was on Tech of Smith & Wesson's album. It actually was the first single, so shouts to Zilla for that.
Now, Zilla's from here? He's from the 845.
I think Zilla's originally was born in Brooklyn, but now he's currently for like... Don't get me to lying. I'm just going for what I think. I know he's from the city, but from like the past, I don't know, over 10 years
He's
or
been
so,
here.
he's been up here. So,
And how did you guys link? Because that's like two different worlds.
well, I stand it.
Okay.
I stand it. Let's just put it like that. I stand the producer community. Like 13 years ago, I did one of their battles.
And he was there?
He was the DJ.
Oh, okay.
He's the DJ, and my battle, I turned a lot of heads. Drozilla said when he heard me play, he looked over like, "Oh, who the hell is that playing?"
Right.
You know, and from there, you know, it's been love.
And I can test that. I told you, I heard you in New York. You had it turned up off your beats alone.
Yeah.
So now you came to the Hudson Valley. You were at a San Andrea event, and I seen you around a couple of places. Have you seen any local artists in the Hudson Valley that you actually like?
No.
Have you been?
I don't go nowhere when I'm up here. The only place I go is the Drumline Studio.
Have you heard any of their music? Or do you have a good?
The only I worked with two artists from up here, Lanisha Nelson.
Okay.
And Jasmine Lopez.
She's dope.
Those are probably the only two artists from the 845 I've worked with.
And you're comfortable working with them?
Yeah, those are actually my two favorite writers that actually writes to my beats.
Right.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen heard anybody else that you be like, oh, I wonder, nothing, they name keep popping up.
Nah, not really.
Nah. Are you looking to work with new artists from here?
Am I looking to work with if they nice?
If they nice.
If they nice, why not? Why not? If they nice and I think they good, why not?
Now, what kind of artist do they have to be to work with you? Are you a hip hop producer? You do all genres of music, or you're just in one lane? Where you at, Maestro, with it?
Do what I want.
Do what you want.
The reality, I do what I want. Like,
so if a country artist come, you could drop a country beat.
Let me tell you something, right? The job of a producer, the real job of a producer is to get the song done.
Right.
It's not per se the one who does the beats. Reality, that's just a beat maker. I can go get 5 musicians and say, this is what I want to do. You do this. I hear this. You do that. You do that. My job is to get that song done. I'm the producer. I ain't got to play nothing.
Right.
I can do it. I can do it.
What do you do in your spare time?
Play video games.
Really? You're a game head?
Yeah.
Basketball, 2K, all that stuff?
I didn't get into 2K last year because my thing with 2K, it's like I'm playing the same game every year.
Right, yeah.
Just with a little bit of upgrades.
Like wrestling.
I play that a lot.
WWE. You watch it too?
Not like I used
to, because it's not the same. It's like...
I don't watch it like I used to, but the video game, I'm into the video game.
How do you? Talk about it.
37.
The people want to know.
37.
37?
37.
So I guess the next question is, hi to you too, Jordan. He's like, LOL, hi. 30. Are you married?
No.
Are you single? I love that question. I love love this question when I do this show. Because if the lady Maestro is watching, you are under pressure right now. If you were supposed to be with
I have
her,
a baby on the way.
that wasn't the answer to the question. People want to know.
No, I'm not single.
You're not single.
No.
And you have a baby. When's your baby due?
November.
Congratulations, November 21.
Oh, I just realized, like, yo, I just put that out. Because I ain't been saying nothing.
Oh my God. So, thank you. You heard it first.
I've been keeping it to myself.
Congratulations.
So,
Is it a secret?
Not really a secret. I haven't put it out to the public like that.
Well,
like I've
you heard it first.
I've snuck a little post on my Facebook.
Uh-huh.
You know, I threw a little subliminal post. But see, I have 2 Instagram pages, and I didn't post it nowhere on the Music Maestro page.
Okay.
But my personal page,
Uh-huh.
I've posted it.
Oh.
You know, so.
What you having?
What
you having?
A boy.
It's your first kid?
Yes.
Congratulations. And it's a junior.
No, I'm a junior.
It's the third.
No, he ain't no third. He gonna have his own identity.
All right.
The name dies. He's just gonna carry my last name.
All right. Well, shout out to you. And first of all, I love this show, and I got it first. I can actually run with this. Congratulations on your baby coming. We have marriage coming in the future.
Next question. I've been getting asked that. Like, I'm not a fortune teller. Like, I can't.
I know, but you are 37.
Yeah.
You have accomplished a lot in your life.
Yeah.
You're not getting any older. I don't know if the camera can see what I can see, but I see a little lot of gray around the face and all of that
That'll be going tomorrow.
So, I guess people want to know, like, and you are having a baby, and eventually, do you want to settle down? And
Yeah, God willing. If it works out, it work out, but I can't predict that.
Now, how do you find time to be a family man? And how much time do you spend in the studio?
I was in the studio all day yesterday.
All day?
All day yesterday.
So how do you find time to eat?
It's hard now trying to, like, balance everything.
Uh-huh.
It's hard. It's hard trying to balance it. But I always say it ain't that much busy in the world. You find time to do what you want to do, regardless of how busy you think you are.
Absolutely. So I guess I got the main question. And I do got this one question because somebody particularly wanted me to ask this question because since they see that I like to drop, like, Maestro did this. This is one question that somebody emailed me to ask you. You've been in the industry for so long time. You've worked with a lot of people, but you're like right here. You don't have security around you. You're not on TMZ and everything. So I guess people want to know, as a producer, is it really a successful, financial, fulfilling lifestyle that people think it is? Because I guess what people think when you say, I'm working with this person, you're supposed to be like in the limelight, I guess, or have those millions of dollars in advertisement endorsements like that. So can you give us a little bit behind the scenes about, like, even if you get placements and all that, what is it really in this industry?
The realness about it is your mentality. Like, I'm not Hollywood. I am not really a people's person. I am known in the industry as an a-hole. But that's why the people love, because I don't hold my tongue. I say what I want. Like, I'm me.
Right.
And I didn't let this industry taint me. I didn't let it taint me. I didn't let it change me.
Right.
Like, what you see with me is what you get. I don't hold my tongue and I speak my mind. I will say this. I've been in situations where people have tried to compromise me.
Right.
And it ain't going down.
Do you feel like if you were compromised, you'd be a farther or in a different space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? My pride won't allow me to chase. Like, yo, you a man just like I'm a man.
Right.
If you give me your word, you keep your word. You don't give me your word, I don't want to deal with you no more. I don't care.
That's simple.
But I'm just blessed that my credentials that I have still allows me to get work today.
To this day?
To this day.
All the way back from the 90s.
But see, here's the thing. Like, even though, like, late 90s, I've been getting work, like, from the late 90s till today. It's just been sporadic. It's been spread, but, like, probably every year I probably get one. Every 2 years I get one, and that just keeps me in the loop. Plus, on top of that, I'm good peoples with a lot of good people.
Right.
Good people. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, just because you don't see my name floating around on a lot of your favorite albums, or maybe you do, you just don't know what records I did.
Right.
But let's be clear. I got a lot of MTV VH1 licensing money.
Ooh.
Right.
So this is not even a joke. This is, you don't even want people to get that misunderstood.
Right. Like, I'm
How do you even get so far and you're not a people person? Because I'm a people person, and I mean, I gravitate. But if you're not a people person, how do you even make it in the industry?
The talent speaks for itself.
That's exactly what it is.
The talent speaks for itself. I mean, like, you know what? I don't like. Sometimes I may not want to meet somebody new because it's just like I don't like the fake phony.
Right.
Come out and tell me what it is. What do you want? You know, like all that industry talk. Just come out. Be 100. Tell me what it is. Because I'm going to tell you what it is.
Right.
Be straight up. Like all that smiling in your face. And
I think that's why you dismissed me when you first met me, because I was like,
I honestly.
But then when we met.
No, I remember what happened that day. It wasn't that I dismissed you. I had to run to the studio. That's why as soon as I finished, I got out of there quick. I had to be somewhere.
But you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. I had to be somewhere. So it wasn't like I just dismissed you. I was on a timer. What I did was a favor for Shuttle. You know, me and Shuttle, we're part of the Fleet DJs.
Yes.
You know, so Shuttle, that's my big bro, and I came out for Shuttle. You know, I told Shuttle, like, yo, I gotta do this now, and I gotta get out of here. That's why the producers started it off, because I had to go. The producers were supposed to go later in the night.
Oh, okay.
No.
That makes all right. I forgive you. That's your public apology. I forgive you.
Okay, I apologize. It wasn't.
I know, because when I told you when I met you at Drazilla's, like me, we definitely had a conversation. You were very down to earth. Like when I approached you like a celebrity. I didn't know what to say, how to say it.
I don't like that. I just feel like, yo, I'm a regular dude just like you. Like the only thing, not you. I said regular dude.
No, I'm down. I'm down.
This is what I tell people, like, yo, the only difference between me and you is I got lucky and got on some albums.
That's it.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was just lucky to be at the right places at the right time, man. You know, my smarts got me into certain places. But I'm regular just like you. Like, I hang out with regular people. Like, I've been in mansions and chill with a lot of people, but you know, like I'm a homebody, play video games, listen to your music, create beats, just live life. Like I'm very family oriented, you know.
Do you smile?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Shout out to Music Mike. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Going forward, 2018, like I said, you see a lot of stuff going on in the music industry. What is one thing that you want the artists, the producers, the DJs, everybody that's trying to make it to industry, what is one thing that you need them to understand that they're not getting, that is essential for them to move forward in their careers?
Ask that question again. Let me process that one more time.
I know, I'll be good, right? I know. You know, there's a lot of DJs, artists, and things like that in the industry trying to make it, striving to make it. You've been around, so what is one thing that you want them to know that's essential, that they're not really getting, but that they need to get in order to be successful in whatever they're trying to do in this music industry?
Get a good lawyer and make sure your contract is right.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Sean Feller. He said that too when he was here. It's all about that paperwork.
Yeah, because you know what? I'll be honest. Early in my career, bad paperwork is what killed me.
Okay.
That's what slowed me up.
Okay.
Bad paperwork. So I was a ghost producer for about 3-4 years of my career till I got out of this bad contract.
Okay.
Make sure your legal is correct. Like, because that's where your money is coming from. You got to make sure your paperwork is correct. Make sure you're not getting robbed.
That's a fact.
You know, getting on is cool, you know, but once you get on, you got to see where your money's going.
That's a fact.
You know, make sure you sign the right deal. Get a lawyer. You know, don't be an idiot like me and sign 50% of half your life away.
Ooh, 50%?
Yeah. And I made a lot of money. That's the ill thing about it. I made a lot of money.
And how to give somebody else half that.
Yeah, so imagine if I was getting at least, what I should have been getting was 85% of that.
Right.
You know, but
you live and learn.
Yeah, I definitely learned. Because I tell you what, after them 3 years, I was smart enough to go get a lawyer to get me out.
And then you've never been in that situation again.
No.
Look at that.
No.
You learn. Thank you. Education is key.
Yeah.
Shout out to Music Maestro, you guys. This is the infamous. He is here. He like I said, is somewhere residing in the Orange County. So if you out there, holler at him. Music Maestro, give people your tags, tell them where they can find you. And you have any upcoming shows? Or any upcoming gigs?
Now, I know I'm judging Coast to Coast probably next week.
Okay.
I judge that. I judge and DJ that every month. Like I've been doing that for past 6-7 years. You know, I'm the New York guy at Coast to Coast.
Okay.
You know, so I hold that down. I used to tour with them, but I just had to stay still.
In New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I used to go around the country with them in Canada and wherever. Like, they used to take me to Canada because out of all the DJs, I was the only one that could get across the border with no problem.
Because your paperwork was right.
No, I ain't had no felonies.
Oh! You another one with no felonies?
Why you looking at another one with no felonies?
Shout out to you. My first guest didn't have no felony, but he was a young boy.
Your first guest is not even an adult yet.
That's a great thing.
You better not have no felonies.
I had a felony when I was 12.
That's tragic.
Yes. So
it wasn't who you killed.
So I don't want to tell you because I don't want to go back down that road. But shout out to you, Maestro, for being, and not only we gotta promote that because you're a 37-year-old black man with no felony. So salute to you. That is something great that you are.
I will say this, right?
I
had to. I got caught up in something dumb when I was 22.
Beat the case?
I beat it.
God,
so it just got dropped to a misdemeanor, and the other one got dropped to a violation.
Look at that.
Yeah, so ain't no such thing as a felony on my record.
Look at that. And now you got a son coming, and he can follow his dad's footsteps.
Yeah,
clean.
He already got a drum set on the way, some pianos.
Oh, so he coming out the womb with some instruments.
Right.
Shout out to you, Mike. You gotta have fun with him.
I went to the doctor today. And like, this is all new to me, but I saw this and I was like, my mouth just like,
oh, look at the baby.
Like, they took a 3D sonogram and I was like,
look at his nose, eyes, lips, everything.
Like, oh,
yeah, he got your nose.
It's new to me.
You know he got your nose, right? You see the nose?
I've been hearing that all day.
All up in here.
All day.
Oh. Congratulations on your junior. Congratulations just on your success, period. You seem like you had a good life, that you've been living your best life, and have been enjoying what you do.
I mean, right now, I'm just to a point where I pick and choose what I want to
do.
On.
Right.
And I get a lot of work. A lot. And I just pick and choose. Because not all money is good money.
That's right.
Not all money is good money.
Maestro, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're in the Orange County area somewhere. I'm glad that I actually was able to have a little connection with you and relationship with you. So I look forward to our relationship growing, especially in what I'm trying to do and what you have done, what you're doing. I appreciate you. And
thank you.
To me, you're like a role model because I'm striving to do something. I'm not a producer, but I am a radio person now and an entertainment host. So I am striving to be great. So people like you, I look up to people like you because you did it. You stayed consistent. You did.
But it's still a struggle.
It is.
It's still a struggle. Like don't get it twisted. Like I got a couple of records, but it's still a struggle. Like there's producers that that's coming up. They say little things to me and I look at them like, yo, dude, we still in competition, dog.
That's a
That
fact.
album you trying to get on, I'm trying to get on that too. We still in competition.
So
So it's gonna be either me
or you.
and it's gonna be me.
If I have to go against you.
Right.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to take your head off, just like you thinking the same thing about me. If it's one slot and it comes down to me and Drawzilla battling for that last slot.
All love, but it's going down.
Oh, it's gonna be all love.
But it's going down.
But see, Bazilla understands that because we're from the same era.
But they don't understand that this now.
Motif understand that.
That's a fact. Yes, shout out to Motif alumni.
Rich Morris understand that.
Shout out to Rich Morris.
But see, they groomed by the OG.
That's true. Because had you said that, now, if you talk to these producers now, you hating on me, you don't want to see me win.
I want to see you win, but I'm giving you the real deal. Like, yo, listen, man. Give you a little story. Up in Def Jam. You got the Heat Makers here. Got Dame Grease over here. You got Bink over here. And we all playing beats to get on this one album. And we all looking at each other like, what you gonna play? What you gonna play? What you gonna play? We trying to take each other out because we know like an album is like, well, back then the albums was like 10 to 17 tracks. It ain't too many slots.
Right.
And some of them is probably going to have 3 joints on that album.
Right.
So it's like, yo, you just play your best.
So
Play your best.
people out here do, it's all right to work together, but always
It's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with working together.
But always play your best.
Nothing wrong with, like, man, my team.
Strong.
Yeah, matter of fact, shoot, I've worked with Drawzilla. We've worked. Shout out to my man, Titan. Titan. Matter of fact, just one day I had a session with Rob at Day 26, and it was just last minute. I called Titan like, yo, I need you to come to the studio with me. Drove up to Poughkeepsie and drove right back to the studio in Jersey. He rocked out with me for the whole night. Drove him back to Poughkeepsie, and then a half an hour back home to where I stay.
Wow. But you do it because you have the love for the music.
Yeah. And, that's family over there. So
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drumline Studios and that whole Poughkeepsie movement.
Yeah.
Rich Morris, Motif, Titan. Much love. And shout out to you because you being here, you actually networked with some great people because Drawzilla is amazing. Rich Morris is definitely talented. Motif is a problem in the studio.
I will say this, but to answer that question, what you asked, somebody emailed you. A lot of producers are happy that they're able to walk the street and not be known.
Right.
And still get the money that they get. Because it's really no face with a lot of the names. And I don't want nobody running up on me.
Right.
Don't run up on me. Like, people that know who I am, it's happened.
Right.
And I just had to catch myself, But for the most part, like, yo, don't let the glitz and glamour fool you. Cause a lot of even a lot of artists don't like the
That's true.
They don't like the fame.
It's true.
The fortune.
That's
they don't
true.
like it.
That's true.
That's
true.
So like,
Shout out to
I'm
you,
just
Maestro.
good where I'm at.
Shout out to you, Maestro, with a Y.
I just want more money.
Just more.
That's it.
More money. That's it. That's all. Get to the bag.
More money. More joints on the album.
And that's it.
Let's call it a day.
Before we get out of here, I guess I gotta ask you a question.
What?
Is there anybody's album that you want to get on, that you've been dreaming about getting on, you haven't worked with yet, but you see it coming, or you want to make it happen before you leave this earth?
If they ever did another album, I would love to produce on a New Edition album.
Really?
It's my favorite group of all time.
So you gonna watch that Bobby movie then?
He got a movie coming out?
He got a yes. On was it Lifetime or something or BET? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
New Edition.
New Edition. I'm an ill New Edition fan.
That's the anybody newer? Anybody like new right now that you would wanna? No Beyonce, no Jay, no Kanye. No Drake, no. No No Pusha T. No, no Tekashi.
I worked with Push.
Oh, you work with Pusha T?
Yeah, I worked with Push.
How about Tekashi?
I would. I mean,
but it's not.
Let me just put it like this: all them names you named, I would do it. If it came down to it, yeah, but I'm not gonna say no.
But that's not like a dream.
Yeah.
New Edition is a dream.
My dream was to work with Michael Jackson.
Right.
To work with Prince. The closest thing I got to Prince was meeting him.
Right.
You know, like people I grew up listening to. Like my favorite producer is Teddy Riley. I would love to work with him. Like, matter of fact, I ain't even got to work with him. I could sit right here in the studio and just watch him work, and I'll be fine. Because as I'm watching him, I'm soaking up everything he's doing, watching and learning. We ain't even got to work. I'm just going to sit here, be a student, and soak up all of that, everything he's doing. That's going to make me better. That's why a lot of producers, like, you know, I used to be in the battlefield. Producers be like, yo, one day, I'm going to be nice like you, I'm going to be nicer than you, and I'm going to battle you. I'm like, well, from the time now that you're saying this to the time that you're ready, what make you think I'm not going to elevate my game up?
Like, I'm already here. You talking about you here. You want to get here. I'm going to be here already.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm right here. You down here talking about you wait until you get here. So by the time you get here,
I'm up here already. Like, it's a step ladder, my guy.
Everything is a learning. Like, I learned from everybody. You know, I'm not scared to ask. Like, if I see somebody doing something, I'm like, how you do that? I see Drozilla do, yo, what you do? Even Motif.
Right.
Like, at my age, you know, I want to say it is a little generational gap. That's why I keep a couple of young producers with me that know the sound.
Right.
That know the sound.
Right.
They in tune to what's going on. And it's my job to connect the two worlds together.
That's right.
You know, so
you all right.
They always say you can never teach an old dog
new tricks.
That's bullshit.
Look at my mom face. Shout out to Mama Moochie. She came out like.
I saw her. Hey, I ain't cursed.
You see, Mama Moochie came out like.
I saw her. Her head lift up quick.
You see that, right?
I was real conscious of that. I saw it.
Thanks.
You like that, right?
Shout out to Struggle Life. You know Struggle Life?
Man, tell Dutch go to hell.
He said, what's up, Struggle Life? Wait a minute.
Actually, let's put it like that. That's my next door neighbor.
He said he's still dressed like he in 1993, though.
I still got more money than you, too, though.
Shout out to you, too. Maestro, you don't know how honored I am, and I really want you to, I say this publicly for the people that are watching that's going to go back and watch this. I really appreciate you sitting on my show and just coming a little bit, you know, reporting live and allowing me to sit and do this interview.
It's been a long time. Like, finally got it. You know, because you've been getting that before a minute now.
Yeah, I've been running you down. I'm like a crackhead. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep coming till you do the drug. Or wait, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I was gonna run you down till you sat in this chair with me.
All right, I'm here.
And you did it, but you know what? You did it with such grace. I didn't have to do too much. So we're not even gonna go like I had to drag, cuss, cry, and all that. You really was very receptive to me. So thank you for believing in me enough.
Man, I even reached out to you because you know I knew
you did.
You know it was just a timing thing, and you know once my schedule freed up, I hit you up.
You did. That's why I'm giving you your accolades and giving you your flowers.
Matter of fact, let's just keep it 100. I wasn't supposed to be here today. I was supposed to be here tomorrow.
And look at you. You came early for the girl. That's why you like. We gonna be all right. I'm about to be his baby godmother.
Okay. Did you wait for a response?
No, wait. You supposed to go in with me. Shout out to you, Music Maestro. Listen, before we get out of here, again, thank you for coming on Report Live 845 Street 845 Radio. You guys can go back later on this evening. You can catch it on the show. You can also go to YouTube on Report Live 845 and see this interview. Before we get out of here, Maestro, give your plugs. Tell people who you are, where they can find you, if they need you, websites, social medias, anything you want to say. Go.
Just follow me, everything Music Maestro, MUSICMYSTRO. That's it.
That's it, and that's all.
That's it. That's all.
Shout out to Music Maestro again. I'm gonna fix my caption. That's Music Maestro with a Y.
With a Y, because she been adding an I. That's not the first time I saw that, though.
I know. That's not the first time I did it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple
I'm
of
about
times.
that life. I learned Maestro.
Maestro.
I learned Maestro was spelled in school with I. I don't know nothing about the Y.
I'm gonna be 100. If they taught you that in school, they taught you wrong because it's Maestro. That's the correct way. Yeah.
That's Maestro?
Yeah. You look up in dictionaries, Maestro. Mae.
Well, that's why my teacher. That's why I ain't finished with her.
Yeah.
That's why I beat her up and got kicked out.
The teacher was dumb.
Yeah, she was dumb as hell. Shout out to the 845. Listen, we got Music Maestro.
If you gonna butcher your name spelling, you gotta know the original.
That's a fact.
Right.
My name is Caroline.
Okay.
Period. You couldn't butcher that. Carolyn. Oh, Carolyn.
Well, I would say my name, but everybody watching knows my name because it was tagged. You know, I remember once upon a time, I did something on Facebook and my page got flagged.
Uh-huh.
And they tried to say that I wasn't me. So I had to
send your ID.
All that
nonsense.
Like, yo, how you gonna tell me that
I'm not me? And they want you to change your name and all that.
I had to change my name to my
your government
name.
on ID.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell me I'm not Music Maestro. But here's how I killed them. Cause on my on my business credit card, it has Music Maestro on it along with my name. So they saw that and
they said okay, right. And they let you be great.
Yeah, but I can't change my name no more.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's alright, you can still be great. Yeah, you still great.
Yeah. The crazy thing is when I post records that I produce and they tell me I'm in copyright infringement because I don't own a record. Oh, I go off. I go off on them.
Did they let you come back? Because you know you got to do Facebook, email, wait for their response and all that.
Yeah, I send them my discography and I send them the links, I send them everything, and they turn it loose.
How long did it take you?
Right then and there.
Really?
Nah, one time it just took 24 hours.
Or 24 hours? Yeah. Shout out to Zach. He Zach Frickenberg or Ruckenberg, whatever his name. He be on his job on Facebook. Listen, you guys, this is Music Maestro. Again, okay, so when I go on Facebook, I'm going to untag it personal. I'm going to tag the Music Maestro. Or you want, it's the government?
Yeah, no, you can tag the government because
you know a lot of people out the government trying to friend request you and all that.
Nah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. I got a music page that's Music Maestro.
Okay.
I actually tag that. Well, it don't matter. Matter of fact, it does matter because if you try to add me as a friend and I look at your page and I may not accept you.
Okay.
I may not if I don't know you.
And that's okay.
Because I got too much family running around on my pages. It's just a whole bunch of cluster nonsense.
Right. So you got to keep everything in perspective.
So now you know where is that. If you're there, you're there.
Okay.
No new friends.
I'm there. I'm in the look. I'm like a soldier on the battlefield for the Lord. I'm in the number.
You're only there because I requested you.
And you requested me. Yeah, I didn't even have to run you down. You came to me. Shout out to Maestro. Though. I had a good interview with you today. I didn't know you were so fun and exciting because every time I see you, he's very stiff. So I'm glad that I was able to bring some life into this interview with Maestro.
I give interviews.
You give interviews?
No, I give an interview.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you going to do an interview. I said we can swap it.
No.
Oh, okay. I said you do interviews too? Nah, now you want to perfect my craft? Everybody want to do my job. When I come on the show, he came on my show. He was directing stuff, telling me where to sit. I don't even know how this go, but you already know this is Reporting Live 845, straight 845 radio, building our own from the ground up. Make sure if you didn't watch this, go back and share. I know a lot of you guys are at work. Come back and watch the show. This is the infamous DJ / producer / He's a legend. He goes by the name of Music Maestro. Follow him, show love, and if you're out there and you're working and you're really working and you're truly serious about your craft, reach out to this man and see if he can work with you and develop you and make you great. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, 6 p.m. Reporting Live 845, Moochie, Montana. I'm out.
Peace.